Sunday, Alaska was struck by a megatsunami that reached an astonishing height of 1,585 feet, 483 meters. Fortunately, the event occurred in a remote region, which meant no lives were lost and no one was injured. The only reported losses were some camping gear and a kayak. Thanks to the U.S. Geological Survey, we now have photographs showing the scale of destruction caused by this colossal wave. The brown line visible near the fjord's base marks the highest point the water reached, not the result of glacial retreat, but the sheer inundation of the tsunami. Each of the small green dots seen in photos is actually a full-grown tree. The fjord lies at sea level, while the ridge above rises to about 704 meters, 2,309 feet. Just a week earlier, that slope was covered with vegetation, until the tsunami, towering nearly 1,600 feet, wiped everything away. To put it in perspective, such a wave could have overtopped nearly every skyscraper in New York City, save one. The source of this record-breaking wave was a massive landslide, the largest Alaska has seen in 67 years. The collapse not only stripped away forests, but also tore out huge sections of rock and soil, carving house-sized chunks from the landscape. At 5:26 a.m. on August 10th, a steep, unstable slope in a glacier-carved fjord gave way. The collapse spanned half a mile in length, 1/3 of a mile in width, and reached depths of up to 820 feet. Roughly 57.9 million cubic meters of rock plummeted from an elevation of 1,120 meters, 3,346 feet, toward the sea. In just 15 seconds, part of the landslide slammed into the fjord's waters, while the rest struck the edge of the South Sawyer Glacier, shattering 58 acres of ice. This added another 57 million cubic meters of material to the mass, bringing the total displaced volume to over 100 million cubic meters. When all of that debris hit the water, it forced the fjord upward, creating a wave of unimaginable size. The tallest waves surged southwest, the same direction the landslide had been moving. As the tsunami hit shorelines, it gouged new craters, stripped entire forests, and continued traveling for miles. Even 3.5 miles away, it still stood over 100 meters, 328 feet tall. By the time it hit uninhabited Sawyer Island, nearly all vegetation was erased, with only 2 tiny tree patches surviving on the island's highest ridges. Even at distances of 12 to 30 miles, the wave retained destructive power. Some valleys funneled the water to heights of 115 feet, while Harbor Island saw waves as high as 16 feet, destroying a lone kayak. Eventually, as it reached more open waters, the tsunami lost intensity, reducing to a harmless 13-inch swell by the time it reached Juneau. This disaster occurred about 59 miles southeast of Juneau in Tracy Arm. Yet, despite its staggering height, it was only the second tallest tsunami ever recorded. The record remains with the 1958 Lituya Bay Megatsunami, which reached 1,720 feet, 524 meters. Both events share a common cause: melting and retreating glaciers. As ice sheets thin and pull back, the slopes they once supported become unstable, eventually collapsing and generating massive landslides capable of producing waves of extraordinary size.